of
We're
transportation.
coming to the closing of the forum, so I'm going to ask you all to do a closing, and you'll have about 2 minutes or so, okay? And then we're going to wrap things up tonight. So I just want to say thank you, fellas, for attending and doing such a great job. We'll start with Jotham Stein.
Don't we do this in reverse order? I got to speak first.
You were third last time.
No, I was first.
No,
Remember, you made a mistake. You thought Bill was.
All right, okay, I got you first. So you were third.
No.
I
He
did
has
the first
evidence. He
opening.
has evidence.
I did the first
Okay.
opening.
We have evidence.
All right, you want to do it that way? Then you go first, Bill.
I'm happy about it. I'm not going to. Okay, I guess I'm just going to make a couple of small points. I think that in almost all issues, at least on the scale of including the Republicans, we are all in violent agreement here. The difference is how effective we will be when we get to Congress and how effective we will be at being elected. That's what the people have to think about as they're casting their primary ballots here. You need to win this district realistically a background and a set of accomplishments in your career that will appeal to the independents that we have to convince in this district. And that's just the fundamental reality of it. And I believe my background as a businessman and as a scientist is something that will be strongly supported by independents and some Republicans in this district. And that is the strongest single reason, given that our basic agreement on most of the fundamental issues here, that I should be supported. And one other thing relating to the money issue that comes up again and again. Our campaign has raised more grassroots, low dollars contributions than everyone else in this room combined. All right? And that is a fundamental statement about the fact that people recognize that my background and my achievements are what is needed to bring the kind of change that people want to Washington, D.C. They believe, they open their wallets to my campaign. They might not have much in their wallets, but they will contribute to me. And time and again, I have gotten very nice little notes that say, last time I supported, I voted for the other guy, I worked for the other guy, but Bill, you're going to win this thing, and I am thrilled to death to be contributing to your campaign. And a small dollar amount. And that's why we're ahead on small dollar amounts and medium dollar amounts and, my ability to put my own money into this. All three. And that is, unfortunately, with our system, the complete package necessary to win this thing. So, anyway, I am Bill Foster, and thank you for listening.
Go ahead, John.
I'm in the middle again.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Doesn't matter which way I go at the end here.
I'm John Laesch. I didn't want to be in the middle. I wanted to be on the left. I'm running for U.S. Congress. Because we need substantial change in Washington, D.C. We need substantial change in the way we run elections. I believe that if we run this campaign the cookie-cutter DCCC style, that forces us to raise money, that we will continue to talk to the 5% of the voters that give to campaigns, and we as a party will ignore the other 95% of voters who care, the people in middle-class America who are hurting, the people who I want to represent. We ran a very tough grassroots campaign, built name recognition across this district, all the way from Geneseo out to here in King County, DuPage County, and I walked through a parade in Amboy, Depot Days, my third time, and I can tell you as I was walking through and shaking hands, almost every person that I met in Amboy remembered who I was. They remembered who my campaign volunteer in Amboy was. We won Amboy. And I can tell you that Kevin Burns was tripping behind me, running along shaking hands as quick as he could, and people were laughing at him. It's going to take someone that people know and people trust. We've worked hard together to build name recognition. I thank you for all of your support in 2006. I thank all of those who have made small donor contributions, because I also know in Lee County they laughed at the $313 average. Our average is $73, and we have almost as many low-dollar contributors. But I don't think this election should be about money. It should be about sending a leader to Washington, D.C., and I plan to lead before the House of Representatives.
with Bill Foster on one thing, and that we're finally in agreement on some of the issues. I am not in agreement of a national identity card, period. I also believe that every child in America should have an absolute guarantee of food and health care. I know I said that a bunch of times. I haven't heard Bill say that. We have disagreements on the issues, real disagreements. But I do agree with Bill Foster on one thing. The issue is who can get elected. Who is the best candidate to run against a Republican? I was running against Dennis Hastert because I understood. I filed in January with the Federal Election Commission, the first to file, because I understood the demographics and I understood that my issues would resonate with moderate Republicans that are needed to win and independents that are needed to win. Business issues, I can bring businesses to this district, and I'll tell you that moderate Republicans and independents, that message resonates, and they understand when I explain how I'm going to do it, because I spent years and years and years of experience with people who create jobs, who create businesses, who run businesses, not just small ones, not just medium ones, not just big ones, all different kinds of businesses. That's an issue that will resonate, and I don't care whether it's Jim Oberweis or Chris Loudon. I can do a better job explaining that issue to moderate Republicans, and they will vote for me. Another issue that I'm very strong on and why I will win this district is health care. That turns out that I can't tell you how many Republicans come up to me and independents that talk about health care, because the Part D problem with Medicare, with people not getting health care, it doesn't just affect Democrats. It affects Republicans and it affects independents, and Jim Oberweis and Chris Loudon will be on the wrong side of that issue time and time again with me. And they will be out-debated and they will be out-resonated on the issues. That's why I was going to beat Dennis Hastert the first go-around when I was running against him, when I filed to run against him, in addition to his negatives, and why I will win this general election, and why I am the strongest candidate of the three for the Democratic nomination. Thank you very much.
That concludes our forum tonight.
My name is John Laesch. I approve this message.